All right, the meeting of the Greater Lafourche Port Commission will now come to order. Mr. Linwood Cargo, will you lead us in the Pledge of Allegiance, please?
The United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
And to see Mr. Linwood is a veteran of the Marines, huh? Shall I forget from school?
Well, thank you for your service.
Thank you for your service. That's why I had you do this, Mr. Linwood. Thank you. All right, next, roll call.
Yes, sir. Seat A, Chucky Sharonby.
Here.
Seat B, Tom Pete.
Here.
Seat C, Jimmy Lafont.
Here.
Seat D, Rodney Gisclair.
Here.
Seat E, Reggie Leday.
Here.
Seat F, Larry Griffin.
Here.
Seat G, John Melisson.
Here.
Seat H, Mike Kelly here. Seat I, Chris Kelly.
Here.
We got a quorum, Mr. President.
All right, thank you, Mr. Cully. Next, we have approved minutes for April 10, 2024 meeting.
Move.
Got a motion by Mr. John Melisson, second by Mike Colley. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. Next, we have director's report. Mr. Chasson.
Thank you, Mr. President. First is our northern expansion slip D bulkhead, GIS engineering. John.
We are currently advertising for this project, 1,400 feet of bulkhead along the solid yellow line, plus an additive alternate for another 200 feet if the bids come in good enough. We
Any
are accepting bids on May 23rd,
May 23rd. All right. Any
So you have a
questions?
pre-construction meeting coming up
tomorrow.
tomorrow? All right.
Good catch.
Any other questions? Thank you, John.
Thank you.
All right, moving on to airport projects. First is aircraft operations. Davey.
Operations for last month, we had 1,622. We had 9,576 passengers and 17,369 vehicles visit the airport.
All right. Any questions? Okay, Airport Connector Road and Bridge, PCO and Associates. Joe.
So Sea Level Construction, the contractor, he's basically poured the two main collars and the machinery decks, concrete. He poured the approach apron on the LA1 side Monday. He is formed up and he'll be pouring the approach apron on the 308 side sometime next week. They continue working on machinery off-site. The next thing they're going to do on-site is they're going to pour the two big counterweights, concrete counterweights in place, and that'll happen probably later this month. But they still are progressing, getting a better head of steam lately.
Yep. It's looking good, I can tell you that much.
Looks like a bridge, huh?
It's looking like a bridge.
And what's the estimated completion date?
The completion date is slipped from September now to December the 6th is their current date
Of this year.
of this year. Yes, sir.
Thank you.
All right.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank you.
All right. The Pappy LED upgrade, GIS engineering.
Okay, all the equipment is in for this project and installed. We are just kind of waiting for FAA to come in and do a flight check.
All
All right.
Okay, the fuel system rehabilitation.
Y'all awarded that project to Falute, $830,000. They are gathering equipment. The fuel tanks in particular will have a long lead time, so we don't really expect to see them out there until October.
Okay. Any questions? All right, the FBO terminal.
Okay, we received bids on that on Monday. We are still coordinating that with FAA and DOTD to see if we can award that. So hopefully at y'all Fouchon meeting, y'all be able to have a special meeting to award that project.
Yeah, so it's on the agenda, and what we'll do is just take no action on it. And assuming we get all the everything that we need together before the 22nd meeting in Fouchon, we'll go ahead and call a special meeting to approve it. Any questions?
Okay, thank you.
All right, thank you, John. All right, other projects, the Leeville LA1 construction canal dredging and mitigation, Angela Design.
Okay, Coastal Dredge was the contractor on this project. The work is complete. He has dredged all of the areas to our satisfaction, and they were substantially complete as of April 28th. We do have that on the agenda for your consideration later on the agenda.
Okay. Any questions from you? All right, the Hurricane Ida repair projects versus the breakwater repairs.
Okay, we're taking bids on that project. It started advertising yesterday. We'll be receiving bids the day before the next regular meeting on the 11th of next month. This is to repair the 12 existing breakwaters. We do have a pre-bid project also, pre-bid meeting coming up in a couple of weeks also here.
Okay. All right, any questions on that? Okay, the Fouchon Beach project.
Okay, this project's going to follow about a month behind the previous project. Once we get bids underway on the breakwater repair, we'll be going out for bid on the beach repair.
Okay. Any questions on that? Thank you, Neil.
Thank you.
All right, the Flotation Canal and Front Commercial Marina Dredge project. Picciola and Associates.
Yes, Coastal Dredging's the contractor. He's moved back on site. He plans on starting to dredge in the Flotation Canal where he left off sometime later this week. He does have a subcontractor that's doing other work in the port that's going to move and do the front marina part. So they'll have two dredges going at the same time in the next couple of weeks. We do have change order number 2 on the agenda for approval. This is to add dredging at the head of Flotation Canal at the intersection of Bayou Lafourche. There was some shoaling there. So we're adding that portion to the contract. It's for an increase of $247,252.25. And we're also giving them 105 days of contract time, which 91 of these 105 days is due to him moving off-site and going to do the Leeville project and coming back. That was agreed upon. And then 14 days for the additional dredging volume.
Any questions for Joe, that project?
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe.
Thank
And
you,
the
Joe.
airport hangar replacement project.
We have got our plans approved by the fire marshal, so we're just coordinating a bid date with Serena.
Any questions?
Thank you.
Thank you, Joe. That concludes my report, Mr. President. Thank you.
All right, thank you, Mr. Chasson. Next, we want to public comment. Any public comment? Ms. Rose, come to the podium, state your name and address, please.
Good morning, Janet Rodas, 21106 Highway 1, Golden Meadow. Just wanted to come here today, and if you haven't already heard about our second annual Louisiana Bullets and Balloon Festival to be held not this weekend, but next weekend, Friday night, May 17th from 5 to 10, and then on Saturday from 10 to 9. The wind forecast is looking favorable that we can hopefully get the balloons up this year. That's why we pushed the event back 2 months this year to hopefully, we would get some favorable winds. So keep your fingers crossed for us, and I hope everyone can come out and attend, okay?
Yeah.
Thank you.
Thank you.
very much, too.
Any other public comment? Mr. Lewin, Kiger, come on.
Good morning. My name is Lane Kiger, representing the Golden Meadow Fouchon Tarpon Rodeo. We're one of the oldest fishing rodeos in Louisiana, and it wouldn't be possible without the support of organizations such as yourself and individuals such as yourself, and a lot represented in this room today. So I'm here to ask for your support and answer any questions you might have regarding our rodeo July 4th, 5th, and 6th in Fouchon.
Have any questions?
Any questions for Mr. Lynn?
Yeah, who's the admiral?
The Admiral is Dr. Darby Chasson.
All right.
I don't know that guy.
We can't go on without acknowledging the admiral is Chet's brother. Lynn, thank you for coming so much.
Thank you very much.
Appreciate y'all.
Appreciate it. All right, any public comment? All right.
If I could just, I want to recognize a couple people
Okay,
in
go
the room.
ahead.
So we have Mr. Doug Sherman from Governor Jeff Landry's office. Thank you for being here, Doug. Mr. Fred Trowbridge from Congressman Scalise's office. Thanks, Fred. And Mr. Daniel Loring, Lafourche Parish Councilman. Thanks for attending our meeting.
All right.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Anything else? Any other public comment? Okay, moving on. We're going to the executive committee. Members are Chucky Sherman, Chairman, Rodney J. Gisclair Sr., Larry Griffin, and Jimmy LaFont. First, we have consider approving the request from VIH Helicopters USA to change name of assignment from Bristow US to ERA Helicopters LLC.
All right, you all had approved at a previous meeting of VIH's assignment to Bristow US. They actually want to have the company that they assign it to as ERA Helicopters LLC. Recommendation to approve.
All right, need a motion. Moved by Mr. Larry Griffin, second by Mr. Tom Peet. Any discussion?
Bristow owns ERA, or vice versa, so they're the same company.
Same company.
It's just different names. All right.
Okay. Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed. Next, we have consider approving the cooperative endeavor agreement with the Golden Meadow Tarpon Rodeo.
All right, so as was mentioned just previously, the Golden Meadow Fouchon Tarpon Rodeo is July 4th through July 6th. And this is a cooperative endeavor agreement that the Golden Meadow Fouchon Tarpon Rodeo can utilize the pavilion in Fouchon. And then in turn, they give us, they use the pavilion as well as we provide security detail for them. And then they give us access and advertise us as a sponsor.
All right, need a motion. Moved by Mr. Rodney Gisclair, second by Mr. Jim Lafont. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed. Next, we have consider approving the cooperative endeavor agreement with the Fouchon Oilmen's Association.
All right, Fouchon Oilmen's Association Fishing Invitational this year is June 27th through the 29th. Same sort of situation as the other rodeo. We provide them the ability to utilize the pavilion. We provide police services, and they give us access, and we are advertised on all of their media.
All right, need a motion. Moved by Mike Cully, second by Reggie Ledet. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed. Next, we have consider approving the cooperative endeavor agreement with the CCA Louisiana Foundation.
All right, so this is for the CCA Louisiana Legislative Rodeo. In this one, we provide them with $5,000, and then we in turn get access to the event, as well as they announce us as our port logo is prominently in all of their media.
All right, need a motion. Moved by Mr. Chris Cully, second by Mr. Tom Peet. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed. Next, consider hiring summer employment applicants.
All right, we are still advertising because we only received 2. We have 2 names here, Hunter Como and Dylan Cloutier. And they both in the past have actually worked for us, so we recommend to approve these 2 names. And as folks come in who are interested, college students come in who are interested to work, up until our number of 6, I think is what y'all we had in the advertisement. We'll just take them as they come.
Right.
Hopefully we get more applicants.
All right, need a motion. Moved by Mr. Larry Griffin, second by Mr. John Mellison. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed.
And just to correct, it's 4, not 6. So 4 some. So we have 2. We're selecting 2 more. So whoever's first 2 to come in, we'll go ahead and hire them.
All right. Okay. Next, consider naming the West Airport Road.
All right. So that is the what we have been affectionately calling the Airport Corridor Road. So it's up to y'all to name that, and then that we would do basically a resolution that would then get sent to the parish for their adoption of an ordinance to name that road.
I'd like to make a motion. Call it the Perry Gisclair Corridor.
All right.
I second that.
I got a motion by Mr. John Mellison. I got a second by Mr. Larry Griffin. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed. Next, consider approving the intergovernmental cooperative endeavor agreement with DOTD for the Port Security Program Award.
All right. DOTD had some funds from a budget a couple years ago for port security, and they took applications and received a little over $52,000 from them. So this agreement needs to be approved so we can receive those funds.
All right, need a motion. Moved by Mr. Reggie Ledet, second by Jim Lafont. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed. All right, we're getting out of executive committee, going into permits and waterways. Members are Rodney Gisclair, chairman, Reggie Levier, Tom Pete, and Chucky Sherman. Mr. Gisclair.
Thank you, Mr. Sheremy. We'll review the permits that are before us today. First is Port Fourchon, Belpass deepening in Lafourche Parish. The proposed action includes deepening of Port Fourchon Federal Navigation Channel. Deepening would be achieved by the same dredging operation that is currently used for maintenance. Next, we have Lafourche Parish Government. To improve the La Rose public boat launch by removing existing boat ramps and installing a new ramp with wharves and erosion protection. Next permit is Coastal Protection and Restoration Authority. Installation of 10 32-inch monopiles that will support a data gauge platform to monitor site conditions. I missed one.
Ballinger.
Yeah, the Bollinger one. Well, we'll get back
Need
to
it?
that one. Shell Pipeline. Proposal to perform 2 anomaly repairs on the 24-inch Clovelly Norco pipeline.
Here, look, give him my receipt.
That one here.
You got it right here. Bollinger Fourchon LLC, Bollinger Fourchon North. Maintenance dredging of slip C excavated material will be deposited in a previously permitted location south of slip C using a hydraulic pump line. Mr. Sheremy, sorry for the little mishap, but the papers were all stuck together.
No
And that
problem.
concludes the permits and waterways report. Thank you.
All right, no problem, Mr. Gisclair. Thank you. Getting out of permits and waterways, going to Construction and Development Committee. Members are Chris Colley, Chairman, Mike Colley, Jim LaFont, Chucky Sherman. Mr. Colley, you're up.
Good morning, and thank you, Mr. President. First, we'll consider approving the lowest responsive bid for the airport FBO terminal.
All right, on this one, as we mentioned earlier, recommendations to take no action while we continue to review everything and then finalize that all for the meeting in 2 weeks.
All right.
Good. Next, we have consider approving substantial completion certificate from Coastal Dredging Company for the Leeville LA1 construction, canal dredging, and mitigation project.
Project is complete. Recommendation to approve, Mr. Chairman.
Right. Move by Mr. Chris Colley, second by Mr. Larry Griffin. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion pass.
Consider approving the change order from Coastal Dredging Company for the flotation canal and front commercial marina dredge project.
All right, this is a change order of an increase of $247,252.25 for increased dredging area, as well as 105 days. Recommendation to approve.
Move.
Moved by Mr. Chris Colley, second by Mike Colley. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion pass.
Mr. President, this concludes the Construction and Development Committee report.
Thank you, Mr. Colley. Next, we're getting out of Construction and Development, going into Finance Committee. Members are John Millison Jr., Chairman, Larry Griffin, Chris Colley, and Chucky Sherman. Mr. Millison, you're up.
Good morning and thank you, Mr. President. We'll begin by consider approving payment of the April 2024 invoices and recognizing those over $25,000. We'll begin with item 1, Sea Level Construction, $1,066,170.83. That's for the Airport Corridor and Bridge Project. Item 2, Coastal Dredging Company Incorporated, $523,779.02. That's for the LA1 Phase 2 construction, canal dredging, and marsh creation. Item 3, GIS Engineering, $272,820.95. That's for the Port Fourchon Marsh Creation Project, the Fourchon Island Feed Study and Fourchon Bridge, Belpass Channel Dredging, and General Engineering. Item 4, South Lafourche Levee District, $200,000. That is for the intergovernmental agreement to operate the locks. Item 5, Angelette Design, LLC, $153,644.64. That's for the Bio-Lafourche and Flotation Canal Bulkhead, the LA1 Phase 2 Construction, Canal Dredging and Mitigation, and the Fourchon Beach Maintenance and Restoration. Item 6, CSRS, Disaster Recovery Management, $42,337.50, and that's for the Disaster Grant Management Consultant for Hurricane Ida. Item 7, Ascent Aviation Group, $35,396.14, and that's for fuel for resale and truck rental at the airport. Item 8, Sailplan Maritime Incorporated, $33,750 even. That's for emissions monitoring, capability, and air quality control. Item 9, Preferred Electric LLC, $31,709.52. That's the upgrade, the PAPI system at the airport. And last, we have Pisciola and Associates, $27,852.69. That's for the Airport Connector Road and Bridge, Flotation Canal Mooring Dolphins, and the slip seat permit. These expenditures, along with the rest, bring us to a grand total of $3,516,023.85. And Mr. Griffin, if I didn't make a mistake, I'd like to make a motion. We accept these.
You did good. You're getting better and better every month.
All right, thank you, sir.
All right, I got a motion from Mr. Millisome, second from Mr. Griffin. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed.
Thank you, Mr. President. Moving along, consider approving the April 2024 preliminary unaudited financial statements as discussed in Monday night's committee meeting. Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion we accept these.
All right, I got a motion by Mr. Millisome, second by Mr. Rodney Gisclair. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed.
And last, consider approving out-of-state travel and training. We have Director Chasson attending the National Association of Counties Conference and Exposition in Florida, July 12th through the 14th. We also have Homeland Security Specialist Corporal Scott Bynum attending the National Homeland Security Conference in Florida, July 21st through the 25th. And last, we have Harbor Police Officer Luke Adams attending the Low Light Instructor Course in Georgia, July 14th through the 19th. Mr. President?
I'd like just to comment that, the public watching maybe like, why is Chet going to the National Association of Counties event? Our parish president, Archie Chasson, is the chairman of the Environment and the Environment Committee that they have, and the Environment and Energy Committee. And he asked me to speak on a panel at the event. So I obliged, and assuming y'all approve it, I will attend that conference and speak at that event.
All right.
Anything to approve the parish? We always would like you to help out. So, Mr. President, I'd like to make a motion we accept these out-of-state travel and training requests.
I got a motion, Mr. John Millisome, second by Mike Colley. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor?
Aye.
All opposed? Motion passed. There you go, Mr. Chasson.
Mr. President, this concludes the Finance Committee report.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Millisome. Next, we're going into any other business.
I wanted to mention two things, Mr. President, if that's okay.
Go ahead, you got one.
All right, just real quick. This afternoon after the meeting, I'm headed to HTV 10. I'll do an interview, so y'all be looking out for that. Just an update on the port. And yesterday, I did an interview with LPB, or Louisiana Public Broadcasting. They're doing a story on the state of Louisiana and how we're positioning ourselves as a state for, offshore wind and other offshore energy opportunities. So that's what that was about. So that's going to air next Friday at 7 p.m.
Okay,
Nice.
good.
Mr. President, could we have Mr. Lede enlighten us on our first wedding at the pavilion?
I sure can. So this past weekend, there was a wedding held in our new pavilion in Port Fourchon, and it was Candace and Andy Griffin. So congratulations to the Griffins. And it seems like everything went well, and it seemed like everybody had a great time.
That's good. Good. Yeah, it was from the pictures it looked, it was very beautiful.
Yep.
So the pavilion is open for business.
Absolutely.
Yes, sir.
Not just for rodeos.
That's right.
That's right. All right. Any other business? Any public comment?
Move that we adjourn, Mr. President.
I got a motion from Mr. Jimmy LaFone, second from Mr. Tom P. Any discussion? Any public comment? All in favor? Aye. All opposed? Motion passed. I'd like to thank everyone for coming to the meeting. Remember, it's summertime. Enjoy your summer and be safe out on the water. Meeting adjourned.